All right, so state leaders are joining the call for tougher restrictions on data centers. We've done a lot of stories, a lot of work on data centers, specifically here in our area. So lawmakers in Raleigh are planning legislation to end tax breaks, encouraging construction. It comes as Charlotte City Council members are pushing for tighter controls on resource usage. This has been a big talker, not only here locally, but of course across the country. I want to send it over to WCNC Charlotte's Julie Kay. So Julie, what are the next steps when it comes to this?
Yeah, Nick, there's a lot going on. I've been to this exact spot where I am in East Charlotte multiple times now, talking about this specific data center. And you can see behind me, I'm right by where the plot of land is that this would go on. There's a neighborhood right there. And that's really the core of this discussion. Not just how many data centers are popping up, but where they're popping up and how they are going to potentially put a strain on resources in the community around it. Specifically, we talk about energy prices, we talk about water usage. And so I've got a couple stories now, specifically with Councilwoman Dimple Mira, about restrictions that she would like to see in place. Regarding that energy and water usage. Now, in the meantime, since some of these proposals, like this one, are coming up very quickly, she's now requesting a moratorium that's temporary to stop any more of these happening until they get those regulations in place. City leaders tell her, though, that could take 3 to 6 months to actually get on paper. And so there's still a ways to go there. At the same time, we've talked about the General Assembly is back this week, and lawmakers are considering also having legislation for data centers. This would be different. This is something Governor Josh Stein called for by putting a pause on those tax breaks, tax incentives for data centers to come here. I spoke with Representative Laura Budd this morning. She's a Democrat from Mecklenburg County. And no legislation has been filed at this point. Granted, they've only been back for about a day and a half now, but she did say she expects that to be filed this short session. And that might be something that both sides of the aisle are able to get behind. These data centers are popping up everywhere, red districts, blue districts, cities, rural areas. And so she's basically saying at this point, we don't need to give incentives for data centers. They're going to be here anyway. What needs to happen is making sure that they are benefiting the communities around them as opposed to potentially harming them.
All right. Yeah. Again, a lot of talk around it. Julie talked about the drain on water, potential drain on water resources. This is as the Carolinas are in a drought right now. So again, a lot of conversation. Still more steps to go when it comes to this. Julie, thank you. You can catch Julie at 5 o'clock this evening on this story. Again, Julie, thank you.
Thank you, Nick.